All right, let's proceed. So elements of a good developer experience. It's 7 elements, but we'll do 8. What makes a good developer experience a good developer experience? What are things you need to put into place for you to make your developer experience a good developer experience? So again, we're going to be discussing and then looking at the examples we have for real life developer experience and how we can actually make it make sense. So let's get started. Number one, provide samples and templates. For one, I love samples and templates. It saves time. It gives you, what is it called? Like it's a Kickstarter. Templates and samples are lifesaver. Why? Because again, developers don't have time for plenty of things. I don't know if you guys are really like I've seen like really like compared B2C plans, marketing plan B2D. B2C is stressful. They will turn you before they give you an offer. They'll do lead magnets, they'll cross-sell you, they'll do all of those things. Developers want to get to the point straight. Want to see samples. How does this thing work? So yes, provide samples and templates. Now, this is the role, the core role of a developer advocate or a DevRel manager is to build samples and templates. Unless, yes, you as development marketing manager already have a technical background, you can build templates and samples, no wala. But if you don't, an engineer in the team should build the sample and template for you to go and market or talk about in conferences. Yes, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, the same as demo. Yeah, Oluwatobi. Yeah, same as demo, right? So whatever developers need to see for them to get an quick idea of how this thing work and to get started, yeah, a demo definitely makes sense in this case. So an example. So let's take a look at this. Take an example. Sorry, yeah, let's take an example. Uh, let's go to where did we get templates right now? Yeah. So remember bonds. So yeah, bonds has boilerplates. Boilerplates are simply templates. So these are bonds official templates or boilerplates. You can call them that as well. These are communicated. So basically, it gives you for if I want to build an NFT marketplace with bonds, this is the templates to get you started for Ethereum. It's on GitHub. So I think it should be, yeah, it's on GitHub. Yeah, then you can pull or do whatever you need to do just to get started. It's TypeScript, JavaScript, whatever. Yeah, basically that. So we also have another one for payment splitter, escrow. So it just gives developers an easy way to get started quickly. It moves them from A to Z very fast without plenty grammar. So templates and how to get started work hand in hand. As you've seen here, it says this is how to get started. But if you want to know more on how this can help you, this is boilerplate here. Also have this here, but then FAQs as well. Who else has a boilerplate? Let me see. Who else has a boilerplate? Let me see if anybody has a boilerplate. This libraries come, no, it's the libraries. Plugins, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I think the Paystack used to have a boilerplate. I'm not sure if it's still there, but the Paystack used to have one. Let me see if there's tutorials, there is this, okay. Integration guides. No, that's the best practices supports. No. Let's go to who else do we have here? Netlify. Netlify may not need a you know. So a demo, yeah, demo works as well. I think these guys have demo. Yeah, they have a demo. Yeah, so it works too. So it depends on the product. Again, not every product need templates and samples. Netlify doesn't need that because their hosting is more like a platform to host. So they don't need all the, it's not an SDK, it's not whatever. So a demo makes sense in their case, right? But for a product that's SDK, whatever for development, yeah, templates are usually preferred. let me see if I can remember any other developer platform. I know, yeah, these guys, let's see if SendGrid has it. Not for developers, if SendGrid has that. Quick starts, get started, send API, quick starts. No, quick start is still get started. But let me see if it could be locked, if you're unfortunate to find out. Featured resources, Ghostery, next step, complete your code base, install, initiates. Yep. Helper. Correct. Fantastic. So in most cases, we may not find, so again, it depends on the flow, right, of your documentation. But in most cases, we could find outrightly templates and samples. Other cases, template and sample, or yeah, template and samples can be found the inside the documentation explanation. For example, what we have here for the project is Twilio SendGrid Helper Library. And clicking on it, I remember that once you download this, it has like a boilerplate as well that gives you the code that does something. You have not changed it. So like a quick start as well. So every developer product that is SDK and API, one way or the other, has a sample or a template that can help you move quicker in your development process. But if it's not an SDK, a product itself, it could be a hosting platform where demos are not important. But of course, SDKs and APIs and other products can have three of them at the same time. But demos are usually popular for those who don't have SDKs and and similar APIs and libraries like that. So that's basically that. So the point is that you need to have samples and templates for developers to quickly get started with. And that will really help your case very well. As one other product, I can't remember right now, but it's one other product I remember that I used one time. It was an Android, I think called library now. Is it library? Yeah, library, Android library that has a quick template for Kotlin for Graph. So I think it was also helpful to move that quickly. So yeah, that's the same. Provide a template, provide a guide, provide it. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, provide a guide, a template, a sample, whatever you can help them to get started, them see in action, then they can proceed. Second is have libraries in popular languages. Depending on your product, a good developer experience is actually in a scale of 1 to 10 is like 5 or 6. Is in the middle. It's not so important. It's not also not important. But if you can, a good developer experience means convincing the DevRel team or the product team to have this particular library in different language, unless the product is language specific. But if you guys can also extend to other languages, beautiful. If it can be used with JavaScript, it can be used with Python or Java, that's okay. But let's see how we can give developers options. Developers love options. They don't want to be tied into just one thing. Give them options. If it's PHP, you're there. JavaScript, you're there. If it's Go, you're there. If it's Ruby, you're there. Whatever you are there, just give them flexibility and options. If you can, be there in Firebase everywhere, of course. But then again, if you're a startup in a developer focused products, you don't need to do everything at the same time. But if you have the resources, please, yes, give developers options, especially freelancers. Freelancers and software agencies like options because as a freelancer who is experienced, I don't know where jobs are coming from. It could be from Firebase, it could be PHP, it could be from anywhere. I need you to be there for me, no matter where the language is coming from. An agency too needs flexibility. They need to be there to see that we can use your product, even if the client gives us a work on PHP, they're building on Go, on Django, we need you to be there. Again, like I said, if you're a startup with limited resources, just focus on one. But if you can, expand your options. This basically, in a good developer experience, means giving developers options. They love options. Basically, that's actually how because an example, um, so we used to have for bonds, bonds used to have I think we actually changed all of those things. But at the time, bonds used to have we're only focusing on just Web3.js, which is a library to interact with smart contracts. But then Python people were asking different questions because there is Web3.py for Python. There's also inside JavaScript too, there's also why am I forgetting this name? Web3.js. There's one in my head now. Yeah, what's it called? Ether.js, yes. Ether.js and Web3.js. So the question now I was asking the DevRel manager at the time was if they can interact with JavaScript using Web3.js, why are we not also supporting documentation that also for people who are doing Ether.js? And also, since to interact with any smart, you need for smart contract, you need two things to build on the front end with the smart contract address and basically the smart contract address or smart contract address and then the chain ID. These two things. So whether you're coming for Python, JavaScript, these two things can build anywhere. So why are we just doing only this? Let's give them option. And we did it, and that actually helped. Right. So the point is that if you can give developers options in your developer product, in the libraries, give them options to use and choose anywhere at all. I'm looking for another example to explain this better in terms of options. It could be libraries, it could be not just libraries, but anyhow you can give them options. Give them options, right? Very, very important. Now, the third is give developers a do it for yourself experience. Developers, again, don't like plenty processes. They want to do it themselves. That is why the companies are spending money on different videos, different how to, because they just need to do it themselves. An example of this is, let's give an example, right? If I want to build, okay, let me give an example. Let me bring a B2B product now. A B2B product would be a B2B product. Looking for a core B2B product. Let me just Google anyone now. B2B products and see if I can find anyone. It's HubSpot. Yeah, let's just try HubSpot. Yeah, HubSpot. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for at HubSpot. Yeah, let's go to HubSpot. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So HubSpot is a beautiful B2B. I think I'm not sure if they have a developer, but yeah, it's B2B, call it B2B. Now let's bring this, let's compare this with Flutter Wave. No, let's the Firebase. Let's bring Firebase. Let's start from the beginning. Yeah. So hold on. Okay. Let's actually compare three. Just hold on. Sorry. HubSpot, Firebase. Yeah, which other B2B product should I use now? I'm looking for a full-fledged. Okay, as one I used to know. Oh yeah. Let's use the one I can right now. School Suites. Yeah, let's do School Suites. School Suites, School Suites, School Suites, School Suites, School Suites.com.ng. Yes, yes. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so let's look at the flow, and then we'll see why do it yourself is the best approach for developers. Hotspots is for is it like CRM for businesses. We have demo. Demo is the core for is a core call to action for their hero page. Is get demo. Get started for free is optional. In Firebase, get started is the core call to action. Try demo. Now look at it. It's try demo, not get a demo. Try demo, which means demo is already there, gone for you to now come and use it. Now watch video. Now let's go to also a B2B. Get started, request demo. It's not try demo, it's requests. If I click on requests, it takes me to fill the form. I'll fill the form and I'll send. I'll now wait for them to receive the requests and now send me email. We'll now have a conversation online, ask them questions before I now use the product. That's a long process. Now, unlike this, similar to this, let's get a demo and see what happens here. Get a demo, I'll see you have to fill form. I'll fill a form and then I'll send to them. They'll now get it and they'll now send it. So all this is long process. It could take 3 days if I start using HubSpot. When it comes to a B2D product, get started. Just get started. Do it yourself. I don't need to start asking permission to get demo. How does it work? Even the try demo itself is not a fill a form. It's showing the demo itself. Do it yourself. Prepare a demo project. It's a video. Once you're done with the video, cancel and then create a Firebase. So it's basically giving you the things you need for developers to do it themselves without coming to interact with support, fill email. All of those things are not necessary in experience. And then, of course, let's go back to that. Yeah. Get started also takes you to the console, get started. So developers want to get started. They want to do it themselves. So if before they use your product, they have to write email, they have to request demo, they have to do all this is a long process. Developers will bounce. So a good developer experience does not waste developers' time. Give them what they need to do it themselves. Let's say that they are doing it themselves, they have issues, they now come to you. But before they get started, they should not be coming to you first. They should go themselves and then come to you when they have problems. Let us say we'll talk about developer support. So the idea in design for developer experience on the landing pages and whatever flow is, developers should have what they need to get started and should come to us when they are stuck, have a bug, but they should not come to us first before they get started. That's basically one of the core difference between B2B and B2D. And that's really about the way they get started. So give developers a do-it-yourself approach. So the question is, what should we give developers for them to try this product on their own? Is it going to be, for example, Flutterwave and Paystack has test cards, test PIN number, test whatever for you to try payments on your own without anybody coming in. Only when you have issues and probably cannot go to them for support. So give developers what they need. Is it documentation? Is it sample? Is it playground? Whatever, give it to them for them to try before they come to you, right? Right. It's only on complex, really complex fix that should come to you for solution. But at first, give them what they need to try for free before any other thing is being done. So that's the core thing I wanted to talk about here. So a good experience is giving developers what they need to do themselves and not come to you for any other queries. The fourth element is give developers a free trial or a free tier. Developers like free things. They like free things, die. One of the hardest things to monetize is a developer product. Is one of the hardest things. To even monetize a developer product, check anywhere. Any developer product that is monetizing and is making money and is happy, have an enterprise version of that product. But if you just B2D like that, it's hard for people to pay, for developers to pay. But the point is that to give developers a free trial. give them give them free something first before because that's like what catches them. We see an example. An example can be seen also in Firebase, not console. Let me go to the main. If you check the pricing, sorry. Yeah, pricing for Firebase, no costs. So get started at no costs. You have definitely have like 50K per month for the active users, 10 MS per day. So it is free to get started. And once you go, it gets to a threshold, you now get to pay. The same thing for certain other tiers. Bonds is free. I know that they also, who else does the AWS? Yeah, AWS and all of them have credits. They give you free credits to use it when it gets to a point you not pay or free trial. I think SendGrid does free trial. Am I mistaken? SendGrid has free trial. API. Let me see. API. SendGrid has free trial. But they should have, I think they should have free trial. SendGrid. Yeah, Twilio has, where's Twilio? Where's Twilio? Twilio has a free, yeah, Twilio has something free as the case. So yeah, the entire idea is convince your team members that they should give something free. Yeah, let's see pricing. See your pricing. Start for free. It's always free, but then there's a threshold. Now pay as you go, but as a threshold. Segment prices threshold. So yeah, so it actually captures them, right? So the good thing here is just like we said, Firebase is free, but it gets to a point where you have more users. You have to pay. Even AWS get credit, but at points you have to pay. So yeah, at the points you have to pay. But the point is, developers want to try. They want to try and see what you're offering before they give you money, especially when they're bidding for enterprise, right? Enterprise. But yeah, developers need free trials. And that's what you should add to your product. If your product matches a free trial kind of plan. Even we can look at Netlify. Netlify is free to host, but then if you want really custom domain, you have to buy a domain and then go to other things they're doing. But it's free. So that's a good developer experience. Make it free for them, at least for a start. A free tier, a free trial. Let them get started at no cost. Let them try what you're doing at no cost, and then they can pay what they want to pay, right? So that's that for the fourth thing you need to do. Get them free, get them to be free. 5 is have if your product, if it's not open source, but if it's actually a paid product, make the pricing plan free. In B2C, those DM for price. They'll talk and talk and talk and talk. Oh, that's a DM for price. You don't need DM for price in developer marketing. You don't need all those things. Tell the developer how much this thing is. So don't waste anybody's time. Like you said, developers don't like those kind of things. How much is it? And if they can look at all of these things we've said, right? They all has a plan. Is if there's the money, what's that pricing for? Yeah, Firebase pricing. Pay as you go, right? And then at no cost, but this is 0.12 gigabytes, $0.12 per, it's like 12 cents per gigabyte for cloud functions and Firestore. They know how much it is. Like just tell them how much this thing. Be clear in your pricing plan. Don't go and speaking plenty grammar. So Twilio 2 has a plan. 5,000 hours free, $1 per active. Just be flexible, like just talk to them what they want to say, and then contact support for other things. So the point is that let your pricing be clear. Be clear. Don't catch them, unawares. If it's $5, it's $5. If it's 2, it's $2. Don't be hiding pricing plan for developers. It makes them not trust you, one, and just makes you shady. Like all those things are not necessary. Tell them plan upfront. They like it, they're fine. They want to buy, they buy. That's how it should be. It should be. So yeah, that's a good developer experience. Has a plan upfront. Even before they sign for the free plan, let them know that after this free plan, we're going to charge you, so that they're not gonna be saying it's free, but you charge me all those Twitter dragging because of not clarifying issues. So let them know this is free for 7 days, but after 7 days, we're going to charge you. So or it's free, but if you pass this, so all this thing should be clear from the onset so that developers have a good experience. Remember, experience about satisfaction, how they feel about this. If they feel ripped, if they feel that you're not honest, it cancels you in the entire community. The developer community, gossip and news spread very fast. One person doesn't like this, it spread, it drop in WhatsApp group, drop in Slack channel, everybody I know. So we don't need those kind of bad impression about the product. So you have to be honest, have a clear pricing plan. The sixth is have a reliable developer support. So yes, we said that developers, you know how we don't need all of those HubSpots, B2B things, send email for you the products. Let them start with the product first. But when they have problems and issues, you should be there to help them. Developer support is one of the most important thing in a good developer experience. Developers are already facing bugs and errors, but they need you to be there to help them. So if I go to Stack Overflow, I don't see solution. I'm coming back to you that gave me the SDK for solution, and you're not there. It's frustrating. They'll leave you and go somewhere else. So the point is that you have to be ready enough to support them. Either you create a Discord channel or server where they will be to ask questions, or there will be a bot. Twilio has a bot. Did I see? I saw a bot here. Or it's not Twilio. Hold on, let me see. Content, not sales. Yeah, support is here, but that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Firebase, no, not Firebase. I know Bonds has what's it called? Once you log in, you can find once you log into Bonds, you see a support something. Let me just quickly log in to show you what I mean. So everybody has their own different ways of taking support. It could be even what's it called? Support on Twitter. It could be a chat bot somewhere. Wallets other than MetaMask, please use. Oh, I don't have MetaMask here. But let me just see if I can log in without MetaMask. But if I don't, then I will show you. Even without logging in, it's here, Steps. Don't worry, it's here. It's here, no issues. So even if you log in, it's still there. So it just helps you to quickly ask a question on SDK, unable to sign up, what's the issue, and then someone gets back to you, type in your email, and then receive it later, and all of those things. So it's quick support for developers, either on Discord or here. I think I saw one of the places where there was this particular support. I'm not sure. I think we're checking one of this. Oh yeah, I know that Hotspot has it, but that's not a B2D product. Okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever works for anybody, really, but you just have to be ready enough. The good thing about this having this chatbot is that you can also place it inside the dashboard. So when they are deploying or whatever, you quickly go there and ask questions. Also helps the developer support team or DevRel team at the back end. So what happens here is that whenever somebody sends a request, an error or an issue to Bonds about their products, this particular software called Continually will tell you what page or what they were doing before they got the error for you to also debug on your own and get back to them. So every developer support team, every developer marketing, developer relations team should have where they are giving support the most. Is it email? Is it Twitter? Is it going to be on our Discord or Slack? Is going to be chatbots? But whatever it has to be reliable. The point here is being reliable. I think there was a time where they dragged Flutter Wave one time because they did not have, because you send email to them or whatever, it takes them years to actually fix. I understand because it can be difficult to actually run a tech support unit, but to make it easier, it also needs to be frequently asked questions, all the queries and issues they've had before. You can document it so that people coming to you are coming to you with fresh, problems. You don't have to repeat yourself over and over again. And then we have chatbots. AI can help to, streamline most of these things. But overall, a good developer experience has developer. Can you see me? Okay, I just did something. I know what I did, but okay. If you can see me and hear me, just say a thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Chino. All right, thank you. Yeah, so a good developer experience has developer support rooted down into the core. So that's very important to have good developer experience. So you want them to feel satisfied, confidence that when they have issues, they come to you, and you also give them their queries and help them to move faster. Very, very important. Okay, the seventh is have an interactive documentation. Documentation is beautiful, but documentation is most gorgeous. Oh, I've seen what I was looking for. Sorry. Yeah. So having an interactive documentation is preferred. What is an interactive documentation? Documentation normally is text, writing down plenty things. Let me give you an example. So it depends on the kind of product too, Sha. No, it's depends on the kind of product that you need interactive documentation, right? Not all products need that. But for products that are heavily code-based product, like it is 101% developer focus, is code. Usually say the APIs, SDK kind of, products. Their documentation is very important. An example of this is what we have here at Firebase. Firebase has one of the beautiful documentation that's interactive. Even at the homepage itself, you're seeing this. Is there, you can copy it. You can change and do a copy and do what you want to do, and then it's interactive. Now, if you now want to go deeper, let me see if I can go deeper. View of products. Let me try AdMob. Where's AdMob? Yeah, go analytics. Let's go analytics. Get started. Let's not get started here. No, no, no. A few docs here. Docs. I'm looking for docs. Build, field documentation. Clouds, real-time doc. Android setup. Yeah, let me see. Let's see Android setup. Fantastic. Yeah. So it's interactive, right? Interactive in this case means you can copy, you can change whatever you need to change, you can toggle, you can see even this too. I click on it, it takes me to what's it called? GitHub. It's interactive. So it's basically, how will I say it now? It's giving developers an environment similar to their coding environment, but it's trying to explain to them, they can play with what you're trying to explain to them and get results. So this is static, but it's interactive. You can copy and share, and that's fine. Stripe has another beautiful documentation. Stripe. Interactive too, Stripe. Yup. Stripe is beautiful. It's a B2D product and it's so, so brilliant. I think I saw it fantastic. So this is interactive, but it doesn't need to split it grammar. You're seeing it there, interactive, right? You're seeing what it's writing, and then you're going to see the results once it's done. That's interactive, right? Interactive. Then read the docs. So how do we get started? The same thing, sign in to edit in real. So if I'm signed in, I can edit it Y here and then see the results. It's more like that real life IDE on the documentation. So it depends on whatever you want to achieve, but let developers feel not only entertained, but let it be interactive. Let it not be boring. They can copy and try and come back and see, copy and try. So let give them a place for them to really play and get quickly idea of what your product can do for them. So have a documentation. If you can make interactive, which is best for different use cases. And that's very beautiful in that case. Of course, like we said, this may not be your area because you may not have the necessary technical know-how. But if you're working with a developer relation engineer, developer advocate, you need to tell him that he needs to make it or she needs to make it interactive. Because remember, a developer advocate may not understand the whole marketing thing, but you understand the persona, you understand the adoption, awareness, and the advocacy plan. So you need to work with him or her, a developer advocate, to arrange these things to achieve the entire goal. So DevRel and DevMash should work hand in hand in this kind of things so that we don't leave everything into developer relations, and developer relations may not entirely understand other things that we understand, right? So that's basically the idea about that. So yes, let it be interactive, documentation in different areas as you can. Lastly, an up-to-date developer blog post. Every developer product have a blog. All of them. If there's anyone that don't, please show me. I will learn. But as it stands now, everybody has a blog. Either on Medium, either on their, everybody have blog. Blog is important for developer experience. You need to educate developers on certain things. Remember that not everything can be added into the documentation. You need to be short and concise. Other things can be left over for blog posts. Very important. You want to keep them engaged and active and up to date in different industry standards. One of the people I love the blog post the most is Todd Webb. It's still is in the blockchain space. Todd Webb. Because developer resources, devs to SDKs is docs, templates. There's templates too for most people as well. Oh yeah, remember I know where the templates for these guys are. Sorry, I know I was looking for it that time. I think I know where it is. I did not. Sorry, hold on. Let me quickly get that. Sorry, so yeah, templates, fantastic. Yeah, and I saw it here somewhere. Yeah, okay, yeah. So let's get back to this. Right. So we're looking for their blog. So it's in resources. Should be blog. What? Where is it? The blog should be in resources. I already changed it. Hold on. Guides. Yeah. Yeah, it's in guides. Yeah. Fine. So I like it because they actually arrange their blogs into different segments as a guide category. So all the guides are guides on how to use stored web, other things. There's use cases I dropped into different technology, React. There's another guides, mostly smart contracts, guides, smart. So it's basically grouped into different categories. And it still goes down and down, React use cases. Another people too that I love their blog is Morales. Morales is still in the Web3 space though. Morales. Yeah. Morales, of course, resources, API documentation, blah, blah, help center. But our focus is in blog. Yeah. The blog too has different all articles. It's grouped into business, blockchain, fantastic. It's like a resource. So blogs are also very important in the entire developer experience because one, it helps developers come to you for knowledge. They trust your brand because you give them all the knowledge and help them explain concepts and entirely complete phase in the entire developer experience as well. So this is entirely all we need. There's so many more, but this is like the top 8. That's a very important top 8. Let's run them down again very quickly. So first is provide samples and templates, how to get started, give them quick, demo. Just give them something to quickly get ahead from A to Z with your product, an idea how to get started, and then they can build from there. Have libraries in multiple languages, give developer options. Don't box them into one cage, unless there's no resource for you to give them options. But if you can, give them options. Give them a do-it-yourself experience. Let them use the products and then come to you for help and support, not the other way around. If give them a free trial, let them try for free, test the product. If they like it, they continue. If they don't like it, they can support them to improve the product, get feedback from them, and so on. Have a clear pricing plan. There is no send DM for price. All those things are not necessary for developers. Have a clear plan. It's free, but we'll charge you monthly. It's free, but you pay as you go. It's free, but you buy credit. So how do you want them to pay? But that's basically get a clear plan for them. Have a reliable developer support. Be there to assist them when they have issues in different aspects. interactive documentation. Let there be a playground for them to play and actually use your products and test out and come back and give whatever testimonial they have. Lastly, have a blog, an up-to-date blog that teaches and educates them and completes the entire experience for them to also get to trust you and be confident and feel happy that they are part of your community of developers